Do you camp out of this thing?
It's camping, but this is my home. It's so many months in this a year. I live out of this. I work out of it. It's my castle.
You own a Prado, you want to get a Prado, you just want to get a wagon, this video is for you. Put through the ringer, 80,000 Ks, 2 years, daily driven, off-road, on-road, all the issues, everything uncovered in the final episode of Project Prado. Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Project Prado, final episode. We've got a lot of stuff to go through here.
It's been a lot of time between the last episode, but that's a good thing because, you know.
Everyone's wondering where you've been, mate.
Well, since that fallout we had. Sorry I have to leave early. It's unfortunate.
What?
Yeah, got to get home.
We're not done recording yet. Hey!
The real reason is I'm sick of hearing about the 79s and Hiluxes and calling this a shopping trolley. Bloody hell. I'm out of here. Yee-woo! No, no, just joking. yeah. Look, you know, it's just been crazy. Obviously, you know, we've been doing that television show together on Channel 7. So that's just sucking up a huge amount of time.
You're a main cameraman for that. You've been...
I've been trying to be the main cameraman. It's hard to keep up. So we've had to, you know, it's pretty much weekly, just bang, bang content. So it's been game on and just huge amounts of kilometres, just travelling all around the state. Which has
all the
been
other jobs you had. How many Ks have you done in this thing now?
80,000, so 2 years. So yeah, the last sort of 3 or 4 months, I've pretty much doing trips back to back, and they're not short trips. I've just done Dirk Hartog, I've just done Broke Inlet, I've been out the goldfields, I've been pretty much everywhere. If you look on the Garmin of my, it's like a spider web. Yeah, it's insane.
You did the gun barrel on the way to catching up with us to do the Simpson Desert.
Yeah, that was a cool trip.
And would you say that was the most sketchiest moment you've been in the Prado when you got stuck in front of Torps?
Yeah. That was. I mean, I felt alright because I was with you guys and we had a team. You know, like on my own would have been stuffed, absolutely stuffed. So, to be honest, I felt more for Torps. Like that was full on.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it was full on.
That was full on.
You know, I felt when I walked up to him, the look on his face was, he knew he was in the shit.
Got him out and he's got his car back on the road and.
Yeah, no, it was a good experience and you know, I think the Prado did an amazing job crossing the Simpson. Like,
I think so too.
Yeah, did really well. Crossing and the I was going to say
gun barrel.
The gun barrel.
Shotgun.
I've done the shotgun. Shotgun.
Oh, right.
And the gun barrel as well. I mean, all up, I think I did 7,000-8,000 kilometres.
Yeah.
In one. Yeah. And that's living out of the car for 3.5 weeks, solid.
You went from using a solo to having 2 of you in the car most of the time.
Yeah, that changed things up quite a bit.
So it changed it massively since people saw it last. Using it every day.
Oh,
Fuel economy for the Prado from the beginning to the rooftop to now.
Yeah, it's changed a bit actually. I was getting, when I first got it, 9.5 litres per 100. Rooftop was probably getting 12, 11.5, really good actually. Pretty streamlined rooftop. Now, getting about 13.5. Yeah, watching it on the last trip. Doesn't get much below that, unless I've got a tailwind. But having those big bulky swags on top, yeah, that definitely makes a difference.
Yep, there's a big wind block up there.
Yeah.
What's your range then?
950 kilometres, 150 litre tank. Yeah, was getting like 13. That was insane. Like when I first got it, it was, it was right up there.
Yeah.
But you know, almost 1,000 Ks. Pretty happy with that. Prado compared to before I had it modified is a completely different car. It's really difficult around the city, like to be driving it. I actually went and bought another car, just a small little hybrid for driving around the city.
Keep you honest, I'm going to just throw these ones at you.
Yeah.
There are 2 major things that aren't on a vehicle anymore.
Yeah.
One's the rooftop. Do you want to elaborate on that?
I took it off not long ago. Main reason was I've got another cameraman working with me now and doing stills and stuff. We tried to run it with him always bedding in that in the back, and it was just too full on. It was just too much.
Because he had a swag, but then he downgraded to a tent.
He had a tent for a while, and then but he was quite uncomfortable. He was sleeping on the ground. I felt really bad. I was like in luxury in the rooftop, and he was on a bit of dirt.
You may be wondering what this is. This is my Outtrack tree-line tent. It's a 1-bedroom, no bathroom ensuite, and it's actually got stealth mode. See? And I've got stealth mode too.
So now I can put other stuff on there, which I've added a few additions on there as well.
You got max tracks up there. You've got more. Yeah, we got a shower up there now.
Yeah, toolbox.
You've got
the big.
The toolbox.
Yeah.
And you got the swag.
Yeah.
So do you prefer the swag over a rooftop in general, or? Because you had a rooftop on a Hilux for ages.
Yeah, I enjoyed the rooftop, and the view's amazing. It's definitely got there's some good things about it. It gets you off the ground.
Yeah.
It's, you know, if there's crocodiles around.
Do you feel less weight on the roof now?
Yeah.
Fuel economy is probably still about the same though,
Yeah, that was a really light rooftop though. That was 69 kilos. So
yeah.
I don't know how much weight I'm
you've probably put the same amount up there now.
Yeah. But obviously the wind drags a bit more though with the swags.
Yeah.
That's a double swag as well. So
you're noticing worse fuel economy
Yeah,
now
probably a little. Yeah, I am a little bit actually. Yeah, especially with the headwind, like you notice it.
It's pretty bulky, isn't it?
That's a double swag.
And then you've got the water tank and it's all square.
Yeah.
You might as well drive a 70 now.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. The other thing that's missing, the Ronny HUD.
Yeah. So the original set I had on there was just a prototype that was put on there, and it wasn't perfect, which the guys knew that anyway. It was just prototype, which I was happy to have on there. And it was
you were the guinea pig.
I was the guinea pig. They sent me a new set. I just haven't put it on yet. I just haven't had the time to put it on. Am I going to put it back on? Possibly. I think it's great. I mean, if you want to save your paintwork, it's the best thing out.
Yeah. Have you scratched it since?
Yeah, I have. I've done some scratch. Yeah, I have. So, if I had the Ronny HUD on there, that would have made a big difference.
One thing many people have asked about was the GVM, if there is a GVM on the Prado, and I can tell you before we can go to Chris that there is no GVM on it because at the time BP51s did not offer a GVM upgrade, although they have heavier springs, and you probably still can't get a GVM upgrade for BP51s, but they put 100 kilo springs in.
Yeah, not knowing, and it was something I should have addressed, but I didn't, because I didn't really know to be honest, I didn't even know that there was different types of springs, so bit of education on my behalf, but I should have gone for the 200s.
You are going to upgrade the springs then at some point?
I will at some point, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So apart from that, how have you felt the car go? Like
it's good. I think when it's under full fuel and water, I can feel it. Just it's a little bit. It doesn't show. You can't see that it's saggy.
You just feel it when you go bumps.
I can feel it a little bit, just like really sort of.
And on the Simpson Desert, when you skipped in front of us to get the shots, we had a bit of a laugh because we saw on the dunes it was like this big square, just ploughing.
And it's probably putting a lot of stress on the suspension. After the set you gave me, Ronnie, this is my second set that I put on just after the gun barrel highway.
Well,
Sorry, just before the gun barrel. So look, it's a great tyre. I hadn't had any problems with them, apart from 2 damaged sidewalls, but that was the driver.
Ouch. And the tyre size you went for was the same as what you got from the Hilux, and that was, so standard is 30.5, 30.5 inch. These are 31.5 inch. Yeah. Are you still getting six gear? Do you know if you're still getting that gear?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it does. It seems fine with the gearing. I haven't seen any.
I reckon any size bigger than that, you're going to have the same problem I had in the Hilux, and that was it wouldn't...
Jumping in and out?
No, it just wouldn't get 6 gear.
Yeah, right. On road, running these are about 40 to 45 PSI. Gun barrel or gravel roads, about 25 PSI. And then on the beach, look, down to 15 PSI. Depends on the conditions.
It's gone anywhere the other cars are gone?
Yeah, I'm happy with the all-terrain. I haven't really seen a need for much.
Oh, well, I can't only got one camera rolling.
I'm not sure if you're more excited than me about this kitchen reveal.
The Swiss Army kitchen does it open as well as day one?
Yeah, sure it does. It's been great. I don't know how many times I've had this out now.
How many times do you reckon you opened it?
Oh man.
Oh, look at that.
Serious. Yeah. This comes out not only when we arrive at night. I use this for lunches every day, breakfast, everything. Currently, Ronnie's banned from Cafe Prado just because of his bad behaviour, and we've actually created a bit of, well, actually it's faded out a bit, but we've usually created a ring that Ronnie can't come past. So he can hang on the outside, we're happy with that, but I just don't like him in this area. Great coffee in the morning. We also do dinners. Okay, seriously guys, you know, if you see Cafe Prado out in the tracks, come and have a coffee and make sure you leave a good Google review, and we'd really love to have you. Yeah, still operating like it did.
So many meals, so many beers,
Yeah.
so many coffees, so many teas.
And it's been good. It's been great. This is the centerpiece of my car, really. This is, you know, we love hanging out here.
Yeah,
And
it's a communal area.
It is, and it's so great for cooking.
We still extend.
Yeah.
We forgot
there's
about
more.
that bit.
And there's more. But, you know, being able to prep food up here and have, like yourself, prepping food, someone cooking, access to the fridge, access to your pantry as well. You know,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it's everything's like really just, it just bloody works, eh? And then I've got power up here as well. So, you know, we have coffees. That's when Cafe Prado opens in the morning. Coffees are made here.
You know what I was thinking? When we first put this kitchen in, like, I mean, we both knew this thing was awesome. But my thought was at the start, it's like, well, you're taking up all this area for a kitchen. Like, is that really worth doing?
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the fridge and everything packs on top of it, so it's kind of that just spread out.
Yeah. Well, if you look at a house, you know, kitchen's the main part of any house.
Yeah.
You know, and for the car, like, you know, I live out of this. So
you cook it, they will come.
This is where we hang. This is where we hang.
Yeah, and that expired the kitchen over there.
Yeah.
On the Pratt. Oh no, sorry, the Trophy.
Yeah.
Do you use this table much?
Just for organising camera gear during the day. So
you do use it?
Yeah. So if we stop just to set up for a shot or whatever,
okay,
I'll drop this down, put some lenses on it, that sort of thing. But apart from that, you can't use it when the kitchen's out. So total capacity, looking about 90 litres all up. So 30 underneath with the K on, 42 on the roof with the front runner, and then 2 Cedar Summit water cells, each 10 litres. So that's 90 litres. That'll get us through. The roof's actually been really good with showers, just having a shower like midway through a trip. But that kind of gets us, I mean, that gets us 10 days, 7 to 10 days, I reckon. Yeah, easy.
Well, I prepared some stuff in the kitchen here, a couple of sneaky snacks. Do you want to take it away and tell us about your power setup? How has it been? Because I remember you were having regrets and then you were like, nah, this is actually the best thing ever.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I had the single seat taken out, and for those who haven't watched any of the other episodes, had this box put in. And this was basically a workstation. Ronnie wanted me to go the whole way across, and to be honest, I probably could have done that. I don't use these back seats that much. So I think, yeah, one thing if I was to do it again, I'd probably do some sort of drawer system on the other side as well. So it's got a little sort of flip out thing here, so I work on the laptop. It's really protected from the wind. And this is where we do all our charging and keep a lot of our equipment as well. Everything from headlamps through to you know, cameras, drone batteries, you name it. So everything sort of charges here, which is good. It keeps it all in one space. I had this little drawer put in down here. So we keep all our lenses in here. Anything that I kind of don't want to get dust on kind of goes into there. So the power system consists of a 150 amp hour Antron battery. Got the Red Vision display with the Manager 30, 2000 watt red arc converter, crap load of USB ports, just super handy. I've got a 4240 outlet at the rear and a 240 cube sort of outlet on the charging station. Look, all in all, that really covers all my power needs.
2 years, 80,000 Ks, a lot of rough stuff. Gun Barrel Highway is not an easy drive, nor is the Great Central Road, which is just a road really, but it's not an easy drive. A lot of the tracks you've done, like the Simpson Desert, it's been through a lot, through mud. You've been bogged in mud, you've been in sand, you've been bogged on sand. Even I've bogged your car in sand for demonstration purposes. Your vehicle's been through a lot. Where has fatigue sort of hit it and you've had to do a lot more maintenance than what you thought you would have to?
Yeah, sure. Look, I avoid mud now. I think when I first started with the Prado was, just smashing a bit of mud, but realising now it's cost me the last 2 muddy trips, I think all up I've spent just under $3 grand.
Adds up quick, eh?
That's just damage to, the calipers, it's really bad. And
corrosive.
avoid mud at all costs. That's unless you want to spend bucks on getting your brakes fixed. That's that's the ultimate price you have to pay.
Yeah.
For being in mud. But yeah, that's a huge issue. I haven't been on too many scratchy tracks. Obviously, since the Rhino hide, just the tracks you take me on, is the scratchy tracks. Yeah, that hasn't been such an issue.
What about that low-hanging water tap and the tank? Has that?
Oh yeah, that was another one. So that got a hairline crack in it. That was just from being bashed. So yeah, just constantly, being smashed.
And you sealed it
up
with some tape or something?
Yeah, I just got some rubber tape from Bunnings, just like this, I forgot what it's called now, but it's...
The T-Rex stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't think it would actually, because most of those quick fixes don't work, but
No.
it actually works really well.
Well, I'm going to get some myself.
Yeah, it's pretty handy to have actually, so I forgot the name of it, but I'll...
Not sponsored by Bunnings, I can tell you that, but
Yeah.
I want to share this tape with you guys as well, because that's cool.
I think it's
know
just
it
handy to have
actually
in your
works.
car, because how many times
Yeah.
jerry cans or whatever, just having that around. The only thing I could say is, like, I've just tried to keep the maintenance up, but doing more probably dusty tracks than most people do. After a big trip, I just go to Bunnings. I go to Bunnings. I go. Bunnings don't sell filters for Prados. I just go to Toyota and just get a new air filter and just keep the air filters going. Try and do a lube change as much as I can, or just really strictly follow the service. So, but air filters number one, like that. You just notice, especially if you're following people, just how much the dust does collect quite quickly.
Rust?
One thing I've learnt, I was following a grader not long ago and told him how great the road was. I said, what's your trick? There's no dust on this road. And he said to me, mate, I just put heaps of water, but when you get home, wash your car because it's salt. So basically they're getting groundwater, high in salt, and they're just flooding the roads with it. You drive your car over, you're picking up all that salt.
3 main issues with this Prado. How many of those have you sorted out?
Well, I've sorted 2 out. The third one apparently is a common issue with the Prado from what I've been told. At 1500 revs, about 60 kilometers an hour, it just gets this slight little surge or little sort of movement. Not sure if it's a gearbox or the engine or what's going on there, but I have spoken to a few service centres and Toyota seems to be aware of it, and it seems like a common issue.
You got places where dust is entering the car?
Yeah, but it's only actually, what I found though, it's just build up of dust that's allowing the seals to not work properly. So I've now sort of worked that out, especially on the back seal. It's just keeping them really clean. So every time I come back from a trip, just flush those seals out, because especially on the top, it's just building up across that.
Is it mainly the back door, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Yeah, just and me leaving the doors open when I'm filming, which is something I'm trying to get my head around. But I just you know that bad.
Yeah.
I've seen you a few times going, you're getting doors open, mate. No,
Yeah.
So
Especially when you borrow my car.
Yeah, so that.
Chris, you bought the VX over to GXL. Would you do that again? And was there any benefit to buying the VX over to GXL?
The VX comes with, a lot of the cameras in the side mirrors and stuff. It's also got the cooler box in the center console. Both those things I don't use. They're useless to me. The center console, broken by Ronny. When I first got the car, he broke the clip on it. He didn't actually open it, he just forced it open, so that broke that. The other thing is for it to function, you actually need the air conditioner on. So yeah, I don't use it as a cooler box. I pretty much just use it as a crap box, really. If anything, those side mirrors, I've just smashed one. Got a quote to repair it.
Yeah.
You're looking $3.5 grand.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
That's
For one mirror?
Yeah, it's just one mirror. I mean, that's just one side mirror, and it's totally because it's got all the cameras and stuff in it,
Wow.
which I don't use. So
you can get a Sony camera for $3.5 grand.
Exactly. It's serious bucks, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. I sort of questioned them about that. I was like, Jesus. Yeah, and then obviously the leather seats. There's really no point having leather seats because I've put woolly seat covers on them. Absolutely love them. Just really good for sound dampening. Also just bloody comfy. They're really good.
So would you go a GXL or would you go a VX?
Look, the VX is probably better for resale. Probably GXL. Yeah, just for those reasons, because if I smash another side mirror, every time,
yeah,
boom,
$3.5
boom.
grand.
I mean, and doing the bush driving I'm doing, like it does happen, so yeah.
And $3.5 grand at that level with insurance is like, oh, if I claim it, what do I do?
Exactly. So I didn't bother.
You used to have a Hilux, was it an SR5?
Yep.
How do you compare the Prado to the Hilux? And like, when I ask that question, I'm asking you to compare like going from a ute to a wagon like you did.
I've probably been using it for a little bit different purpose as well, so it's hard to say, but definitely enjoy the wagon more. But I never had a hard shell on the, is that what you call them? Like a hard shell on the Hilux?
Like the rear canopy.
Yeah, like a hard shell fiberglass sort of. I never had one of them, and I reckon that would be pretty good. I love having the wagon. I find you just can do a little bit more with it from what I've been able to do with it.
Okay. So if you had to buy another car right now, you had to get rid of that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You got a Hilux, you got a Prado. You go to Prado then?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you buy
Another Prado.
another Prado?
I would really love to buy a Troopy, but for me, I don't like the economy on them. I'd love to see them get a little bit more efficient on fuel. And auto. I want an auto. I'm out when it comes to manual. Drove a manual when I was 20. Yeah, that's like, look, I haven't got a problem with them, but you know, I'd love them to bring out either a V6, you know, auto.
Okay.
Would be awesome.
I think a lot of people would like that.
Yeah, or put this engine in a...
I'm not sure how that engine would go on a Troopy.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I mean the Troopy would lose its
It's a big
appeal.
It's a big vehicle.
Yeah. The miles getting higher, you get a Hiace then.
Yeah, that's true.
Back to rapid fire questions. Areas where a 200 series would have been the go over a 150 Prado. Has there been limitations?
It doesn't, in cab, doesn't bother me. I'm not a big fella. But the back, I was sitting next to a 200 not long ago and I noticed the width was so much more in a 200. So just having that little bit of extra room, yeah, it'd be a bonus.
And a lot more money.
And a lot more money.
And more scratches.
That's true.
How has the kitchen been? Anything you'd do differently? Induction?
Why are you looking at me that like that? Nah, it's the kitchen's, the kitchen's been...
I mean, that answers the question.
Yeah, kitchen's been bang on. And that, the Primus is wicked. You've got one now as well.
Yeah,
so
they're
a
cool.
good unit. They're expensive, but they're bloody good.
Yeah. What is it like off-road compared to the Hilux and the 79? Is it a Land Cruiser actually?
Do you know what? I reckon it's a really well-balanced car.
How good are quick release front runner brackets for the rooftop tent?
Yeah, they work really well. I find the front runner clips, I've got them on, actually it's on the water tank as well. They use those clips quite often on their products. Exactly the same clip. They work really well. They're strong. I haven't had any issues with them. 33s is a deterioration in acceleration. Off-road handling and braking. Worth it? Says Mark. Now, I don't think you can answer that, but I can definitely answer that because it's the same driveline as a Hilux. Yeah. 33s will ruin your car. If you don't want 6th gear anymore, then go for a 31.5 inch. Fine. It's probably the limit. Yeah. And it gives you that little bit more. Yeah. Not much, but it gives you a little bit more. Yeah, definitely. But it gives you enough, doesn't it? Yeah. Yep. No, it's fine. Any issues with the Allman Emu BP51s? And is it worth the money? I've done a lot of kilometres in them now, and they've definitely been, and I've carried a lot of weight with them over some pretty extreme terrain, and I think they've done a pretty good job. Harry versus Chris, and what shopping centre do they prefer in their fake Land Cruisers? I was a Coles shopper, but I've switched to Woolworths lately. There you have it. Does it have enough power hauling around the weight? I think for the size of the engine to the size of the car and the weight that I carry on it, I think it does it's a good engine. I think it's plenty powered, but I do notice it overtaking. Any regrets with the build? I would definitely have done a GVM upgrade. I'm a bit more educated now to what I was then, and also knowing what I've got actually on it, the weight that I'm carrying on it, definitely would have done a GVM upgrade. Here are my thoughts on Project Prado. The Prado itself is far more capable than I ever expected it to be. The build was awesome fun to do. I learnt a lot from this build, and it actually helped me shape the Troopy a lot as well. I would say in a way that we jagged the way Chris has set up this Prado. It's just, to him, it's just perfect. If it was my vehicle, I'd have it set up a little bit different, but for what Chris does and for what he wants, it is a perfect build for him. Well, near on perfect. There's only a couple of things he would tweak, but compare that to most people who build a vehicle, especially for the first or second time, there are a lot of things you always are never going to get right. And this has definitely helped me
with the Troopy project. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Do subscribe, and if you want to know what the join button is all about down there, we can check it out. That's the YouTube members. See you guys next time.